Hey everybody, it's Highway back again with another tutorial. This time we're going to be going over how to make a trendy trap kind of beat. I already have a beat made just to keep things moving efficiently, but I'm still going to take you through every step and show you my thought process on everything. This video is kind of going to be focused on making the beat as catchy as possible while leaving it as simple as possible. This way the vocals can have room to perform freely. In music, a lot of times less is more, so always keep that in mind because it's easy to do too much. Now in this type of genre, you can usually get away with quantizing 100%, and I happen to love that sound, so that's what we're going to be doing. I'm just going to play the beat as a whole for you right now, just so you can kind of hear what it sounds like. Alright, so I'm going to mute everything and just take you through the melodies, which is where I start when I make beats. So these two bell instruments are exactly the same. One is just lower. And I have these higher ones slightly to the right of the grid. And then I added some really simple chords underneath. Now in the second half over here, we have plucks. They're sort of plucks. I don't really know what to call them. Now, I felt that this alone wasn't enough, so I added this little brass type of sound. And I also added two more sound effects. Here's the other one. Same notes, just a different instrument. So I felt like I was to the point where there was enough going on, but if I added anything else, I would have had too much. So I figured it was time to start with drums. So most of the time, I'll start by putting in my clap or snare. This way I can get the feel of the tempo better and how the groove is gonna go. So I'll play that for you right now. Now on the second half here, I have a snare coming in. I decided later on to put a little bit of reverb on this, just because it felt too bland without it. Now I usually go to my hi-hats. I'll play those for you. So the way I came up with this pattern is I just drew in straight 16th notes all the way through, and wherever I felt a roll was necessary, I just kind of played with it a little bit. Something I've been doing a lot lately is taking all of my hi-hats and just nudging them to the right a tiny bit. Next I added in some open hats. I usually try to put those somewhere where I don't have hi-hat rolls. I like each of them to play their own part. Now I try to come up with a bass line. And this is what I had. Notice how I'm kind of sticking to the root note? A lot of times that'll give you the feel we're going for. Now, of course, it's time for the kick. Now I felt like I could add a little bit more groove without overdoing it, so I picked a different snare that I've been using. There's actually two different ones in here. So I just have a couple rolls with this snare, just to give it a turnaround feel every few bars or so. And then I have another snare up here, just accenting the offbeats. I'll play that for you real quick. That's really catchy to me. So when it comes to getting your beat to knock hard, it's really common to want to turn up your 808 really loud to make it sound like it's hitting harder, but what you really want to do is just give the illusion that it's hitting harder by letting the kick win. It's all about getting the two faders balanced between each other. A little extra something that I did to try and get them to work together is sidechain them. The way I did this is I just put a compressor on my bass instrument and then I sidechained it to the kick by doing this. Now from here, your threshold and ratio are the amount that it reduces, and your attack and release is how quick it happens. I'll play it with the graph so you can see what's happening. The bass is just simply ducking out of the way of the kick. So that's all for this time, but real quick, I just want to say that I'm going to be sharing all of these percussion samples with you, so there will be a download link. Make sure to look out for that. Thanks for watching, guys.